Welcome everyone. Thank you guys all so much for stopping by. As always, for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Eli with Pokémon USA. Today's topic for the video is we're going to be discussing, of course, this is a Q&A. Top 5 products to invest in right now are my top 5 list. Of course, that is not something we have to exclusively be on the topic of, but typically I like to title my Q&As the same as my previous video because I don't have the time or opportunity to go through and answer every single question. So really excited to kind of get through this and answer any and all questions that you guys have, because I am not going to selectively only answer certain people. So yeah, really excited about it. But let's give a shout out to those people that are here right now. Shout out to Amir, shout out to Babe Cake, shout out to Nate. Man, looks like we're John Boy, what's up? Are Pokemon Erasers a stonk move? I do know Pokemon Erasers come with a Astral Radiance and an Evolving Skies pack, so possibly. I got an order in myself, so, and the only reason why I did was because of the Evolving Skies, so who knows with that. But looks like we're having a little bit of a small session today. Maybe we're gonna get some more people coming in soon here. But when will your next wave of mystery packs be released? It's funny you say that, because I was actually going to make an announcement that I'm going to be dropping them after this stream. So the release date for these is going to be a little bit different. So obviously, as it stands right now, it is currently the 26th. So the release date, and like I had mentioned before, these products are, of course, these are going to be shipped directly to you. These are not going to be, wait, I just gotta make sure, is my mic running? Yes, my mic's running. These mystery packs are going to be shipped to you. These are not going to be a part of a break. So the wave 2 will be shipped. What was the date that I came up with again? It's going to be in August. What's today? Trying to think how I want to do this. It's going to be August 15th, I think, is when I'm going to be doing it. So the reason why I'm doing August 15th, which that's about 4 weeks away, I want to say, from today, right? Because you've got the 2nd, the 9th, and then the 16th. Actually, no, that's like 3 weeks. It's quick time turnaround. But I'm going to be moving to Arizona, for those of you that, guys that don't know, because my move is going to be on the 20th. So this will give me 5 days before the move to get everything all shipped and packaged and ready to go. So, but like I said, I'll make sure to drop that after the stream. But or maybe I just drop them right now if people really want me to. Here, I can just quickly quickly add them if people really want me to. Alright, and so for this wave, for those people that are wondering, I'm going to make it 100 this time around. So before it was 50, I'm going to do 100 just to kind of see how it goes. But yeah, same price, same packs. The only thing I will say is, with last time I did a weighted fossil. This time I might do a weighted jungle. I've also had some people say EX era. So I'll try and do my best for EX era. EX era packs are pretty spendy, so if I were to do it, it'd probably be an unweighted EX era pack, since they're typically around $300 to $400. So versus with the standard, like, heavy from fossil, you can typically get it for $250, $275. So it's a lot, it's not that much cheaper. So, but I guess I'm comparing it to unweighted versus weighted, you know what I mean? So, but alright, so I just dropped them live now, and I'll make an announcement for it later. I'll like shoot out in the Discord and stuff, but since you guys are part of the stream, I typically like to do it in the stream. But But yeah, no, 100 packs, that's what we're going to have. And there's no limit on how many you can order. And I'll make sure to ship them out then. So super excited about it, that's for sure though. Can you discuss ETB top 5? Some are on sale now. Yeah, that's a pretty easy list for me if we're talking about Elite Trainer boxes. Elite Trainer boxes, top 5 is super simple. So for me, I would say top 5. I'll let you know if there's like a particular order with these, but I would say Shining Fates for sure, Vivid Voltage, Darkness Ablaze, Brilliant Star, from the Pokemon Center exclusive. So let's go Elite Trainer boxes, because let's take a look. Yeah, so then I'm going to go with Pokemon Center exclusive for Brilliant Stars. And then, what's the last one I want? What's the last one I want to mention? I'm going to go low to high to start, and then we'll go from there. Kind of take a look. So, Darkness Ablaze, Vivid Voltage, Shining Fates, Brilliant Stars. Huh. Do I want to go with Sun and Moon? Oh, it's kind of hard for me not to want to go with Sun and Moon just because they're so cheap right now after the reprint. I really like them. I know people are probably wanting me to say Celebrations. Honestly, when Pokemon Go goes back in stock, I don't know, man. It's a hard one. What do I want the 5th one to be? That's the question. What do I want the 5th one to be? What do I want the 5th one to be, ladies and gentlemen? Because I don't know, man. Pokemon Go Elite Trainer boxes, like I said before, I think Pokemon Go is going to be an underrated set long term. So I think it could do well, especially for the price you're paying. So it's hard for me not to want to go with Pokemon Go. I think that might be the pick, honestly, and it sounds like a wild thing to say that Pokemon Go, specifically the Pokemon Center exclusive when that goes back in stock, but I think that could be a really long-term play, honestly. I love Shining Fates. I think Shining Fates right now is probably my #1 pickup. I do love the Pokemon Center Brilliant Stars exclusive. That's probably my #3 pickup. My #2 is Vivid Voltage. And then I would say Darkness is probably my least of the 5. And then 4 would probably be the Pokemon Go exclusive. Howdy, y'all. What's up, Gabriel? Super excited for the Halloween mini packs. Yes, I did hear about that. People have actually been here. Let's go to Poke Beach real quick so we can take a look and see. Because they did get released. For those people that don't know, we're going to be having Trick or Trade booster packs. It looks like it's going to be just kind of like former holo cards, because for those people that don't know, this was a part of Brilliant Stars. So they're going to be having Halloween like Trick or Trade packs, which are each going to include each 3-card booster pack will include reprints of Halloween themed Pokemons, Zubat, Gengar, Mewtwo, Pumpkaboo. These cards will feature a special Pikachu. Honestly, I think for me personally, it's more or less going to be something cool to keep sealed. I don't know if I'd want to necessarily open it because it's not really like cool, like you have a big chase. But who knows? They could introduce a big chase hitter sometime in the future and that could change it. But I think they're a really cool idea. I was a part of the live break and they were fire polls. Oh yeah, seriously, Jason. They were like, we pulled, so for those people that weren't a part of the break, we basically had a grand total of, we had 250 standard packs open, right? And of those 250, we had 6 alt arts, which if you do the math, that comes out to 42, 1 alt art every 42 packs. We had like 5 rainbows and like 2 golds. So that's almost, think about it this way, that's almost guaranteeing that you're gonna get both an alt art and a rainbow, or gold every single booster box. That's insane. That is crazy. Not to mention, too, of the 6 that we pulled, one of them was the Tyranitar, which is the best battle styles alternate art. We pulled the Umbreon, obviously best Evolving Skies alt art. We pulled the Machamp, obviously best Astral Radiance alt art. So we pulled 3 of the best alt arts from like 3 sets. So absolutely insane luck, to say the least. Also, one thing I wanted to make, and this is just an announcement I'll make here, but I'll probably also let people know this. For the break, I did happen to, when you purchased them, I put the tracking label on the mystery pack just because it was easier to ship for like the first wave. But for wave 2, I'm going to put the mystery packs in bubble mailers rather than like bubble mailing the mystery packs. That way, you guys will be able to just keep it without any sort of like, you know, if you want to keep it sealed and like, you know, hypothetically resell it, or which I would hope not, but or if you want to keep it sealed and like display it, or you just want to have the mystery pack after you've opened it, like I'm gonna make sure that for these wave 2 you'll be able to do that. So yo, those Halloween packs look super fun. I know, I like the art design on the front. I think it's definitely cool with the Gengar. Do you think Chilling Reign Battle Styles Fusion Strike will go up in price long term? Yeah, of course. Most definitely. I think everything will go up in price long term. I mean, honestly, it's something where when you really think about it, like, people don't realize that just general scarcity, these products are going to have to go up long term just because as supply dwindles. I guess people are so focused on it right now because the prices have stayed so low for so long. I mean, what's the cheapest you can probably get a Chilling Reign booster box for right now? I mean, you're talking Chilling Reign booster box, right? So you can get them on Troll and Toad, everyone's favorite. I'm not a huge fan of Troll and Toad, for those people that wouldn't have guessed it. Let's see if what's going on with eBay. Let's see if eBay's got anything exciting for us on the booster box side. 99, 94, 94, 90. So you're still able to get it for at least 90. So, which, I mean, it's not a terrible pickup by any means. If you could get it at 75, you know, 80, that was my favorite kind of time to pick it up. But they'll do fine long term. Obviously, you just have to understand that we just had standard format get, the standard format just got pushed back even farther since it's no longer going to go out of rotation in August, September. It's now going to go out of rotation sometime early next year. So I would be patient with this. Like, if you want to, you can totally get in now. Like, it's not a bad price to pick up. But I guess I would say be patient because this is not going to go out of rotation early next year. This is going to go out of rotation probably early 2023 or 2024. So there's about another year and a half before this even considers going out of rotation. So I guess the Halloween Beags are going to be like $15 for 40 packs of 3 cards. Really? That's pretty cool. Yo, imagine me being the house on the block that's got like Pokemon packs instead of candy. You know how cool that would be? Man, I could just have like a Pokemart USA, like also business card. Oh, that'd be pretty sweet. Talk about marketing. Are we getting more Evolving Skies and Brilliant at the end of August? The expectation, Nate, right now is that September there's going to be more Brilliant. August, we were supposed to obviously get an Evolving Skies reprint that came early. And as you've seen, the reprint made a small kind of movement in the market, but it now is things have gone back up again with Evolving. So it's like, I honestly couldn't tell you what is going to be the MO for Evolving. There's been no real news. I know Poca, you know, I know Danny Fana made a video about it, and it was kind of like one of those, you know, wishy-washy, nothing new informative videos. And that I know you guys all love. So nothing crazy to report yet. But I'll keep you guys updated. I have 10 Battle Styles ETBs, 6 V-Union boxes, 2 Mewtwo Zacians, and 2 Greninjas. What do you think is a reasonable way to price and sell them in your opinion? So typically how I like to price and sell things, Gabriel, is I look at the general price on eBay. I look at the general price on TCG Player, and then I calculate whatever those prices are, and then I take 10% of that, and that's how much I cut off. It's typically 10%. So sometimes, yeah, because for me, like with fees, after fees and everything, it's about, you're going to lose about 15%. And so if you just take 10%, then you're saving 5% profit margin. Obviously, you know, you're going to have to also be able to count for shipping on that. But that's usually how I like to calculate it. How would celebrations not be top 5? John Doe says. Just because right now with I mean, you could put celebrations as a top 5. I get. Okay, so here's the deal with celebrations on why I wasn't jumping to put it top 5, is because for one of the biggest ones I was really hyping up for the longest time was the Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs. And the Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs were in stock forever. I told people to get in on them, and they're now at 109. I would not purchase them if you're talking about like bulk quantity at 109. That's my thing. And so for Pokemon Center exclusive, you know, not a big deal. When I look at kind of what I'm seeing right now off of TCG, and don't get me wrong, John, I'm looking at this from TCG prices perspective. $70, you know, $5 doesn't necessarily entice me when I can go find other, you know, specialty sets. Don't get me wrong, this is 25th anniversary. Historically speaking, anniversary sets have performed the best. So I guess you're saying to yourself, is it worth paying 50% over MSRP in order to say that you're more than likely going to attain the most value long term because of a specialty collection? For me, when you're telling me that I can get in specialty sets, although they're not, of course, anniversary, they are still specialty sets nonetheless, for below MSRP, whether it be $5 below or $10 below, that is a lot more enticing to me, because hypothetically speaking, let's say Celebrations, you know, doesn't perform as well as we'd like, and, you know, let's say Shining Fates performs on par with it. Well, I just got in at a better entry point by more than $35, and that's kind of why for me. Like, I'm not saying don't pick up Celebrations Elite Trainer boxes, because they're not a bad pickup. I mean, if you can find them for $60, hell, if you had put it, if Celebrations Elite Trainer boxes were at $50 right now, they would be my number one pick, but they're not. They're 50% more expensive. If they're at $60, if you can find them for $60, then great, I'd put them up there. But I mean, as far as it goes, if we want to just, you know, go take a look on eBay, Celebrations Elite Trainer box, I mean, and see how much they're going for right now on eBay. It's like 69, 69, 70, 65. 65 is not terrible, but for me, I'm not gonna bite the bullet unless it's unless it's below 60. And I'm just going off of what the market value that I can see easily accessible is. That's just what I'm going off of, John Doe. If you can get it for $60, I'll put it as like the top 5. If you can get it for $50, I'll put it as my number one pickup. But market is not that cheap, sadly, because price for me also matters, because even if percentage gain, it's kind of like when I got that hypothetical from Tyrone. Obviously it was a funny hypothetical really to think about, but in the argument he was making, like, which item do you predict is going to hit $500 first? Steam Siege currently at $300, or, you know, Evolving Skies at its current price point, and which one would you rather invest in? Well, the question really comes down to, as well, because he asked the question, what if the prices were inversed? Would you rather invest in Evolving rather than Steam Siege? If Steam Siege was at 100 and you were able to sell it at its current market value, but you couldn't do it until it got to 500, versus Evolving hits 500 first. Well, it's kind of like, okay, well, at that point, even though Steam Siege is a worse set, you're getting better margins at the end of the day, even if Evolving Skies outpaced Steam Siege based off the value price that you're going in on it at. So for me, even if a set outperforms another set, if I'm getting a better, like, overall marginal percentage because of the price I'm able to buy in on it for, because a lot of these, like, marginal percentages that we're kind of comparing it to what wholesale and MSRP is, not the general market price. So I can sit here and say, like, if you take Evolving Skies, you know, and compare it to, let's say, Battle Styles, and if you look at the price of wholesale, which is $86, you know, by far, you know, Evolving Skies will perform better. But most people aren't going to be able to get in at wholesale. That's the thing. So it's like, you can talk about percentages of what's going to perform better, but you can't also compare it to entry point. because that's what's more important to really consider for long-term investing. You know what I mean? Just curious, for the Sun and Moon sets, are still able items that are specific for your distributor such team up? If so, are you able to share rough price estimates? No, I have. So the only Sun and Moon product, and I will be listing them on the site, or if someone wants to privately message me. So I'll make another announcement while people are here. I'm gonna be selling my full-on collection. Like, you see everything in the background here, I'm going to be selling everything. And the booster boxes that I have and the elite trainer boxes that I have them in sealed acrylic cases. And as you guys are aware, since I have a distributor, I go through hundreds of booster boxes, and so I'm able to pick the one with the nicest wrap and put in my collection. So if you're interested in like pristine wrapped booster boxes that you want to add to your collection, or buying my collection off as a whole, not my like back stock, but just my own personal collection, then I'm all open to offers. If that's something you're interested in. Now, to answer that, because I'm going to be listing a bunch of product, or if you want to message me first to try and get ahead of the listings and get a better deal, since you'll be selling off site, you know, that's why I'm telling you this now. And then transitioning into, as far as Sun and Moon product goes, every so often there is old product that pops up, but it's very rare that it happens. I know that they currently have available Steam Siege blisters. Tyrone, if you're listening, that's right, they've got Steam Siege blisters. If that is something you really want me to sell to you, I can. It's Steam Siege, so it's hard for me to sell it. I do know that I just recently got Cosmic Eclipse build-in battles. I got 5 cases of those. If people are interested in, I got Burning Shadows like binder collections, which each come with like the small portfolios, which each come with a pack. So I have those. I also have Vivid Voltage pre-release kit. I have one of those. I've got 5 cases of, you know, Darkness Ablaze build and battles. So I have all these items that I want to list, and if people are interested, like I said, feel free to message me. And I recently just got that old supply pop up. But that's something that very rarely happens. Like, it happens maybe once every 3 months that old supply will happen, and half the time I pass on it because the price of what they're giving it for is too much. But recently they've been doing a lot better deals because they're desperate to sell their product for, you know, whatever they can get it for. So team up, nope, but all the ones that I listed, that's what you got. Right. Derek, what's up, Derek? Salute Pokemon USA in the chat. Well, salute to you, good sir. Lord Narwhal, hoping to buy some Lost Origins to open. What price range do you think is good for booster box? Well, I just sold out at $99. So there's a demand for $99 is what I'm seeing. And I'm going to need to list breaks. I'll list my break packs pretty soon here. So I'll make sure that I'll have those listed shortly. But I would say 99 or below. If you can get it for cheaper than that, go for that, Lord Narwhal. I watched the video from the bake. That was literally insane. It was fire to watch you sweating. Dude, I have like a mini fan that my girlfriend bought for me because my hands sweat so much at this point because of all the pack openings. And it's so funny because I'm over here like, I'm sweating, trying to like put it to the fan. So it was absolutely insane indeed. Danny Phantom is saying it looks like they're starting to release the ES booster box reprint early, and they'll slowly release it next month. But he says that mainly next month we're getting a huge ESCTB wave. I would love to hear where he's getting that information from, because if I'm being completely honest, Shondo, Danny Phantom usually seems to be behind the curve on all things news. Because I made that announcement about we were getting it early a month ago. Like, and now he just came out with that video a couple days back. So I know, I don't even know why he's so late to a lot of his videos, but he just is. Maybe it's because he's not kind of as tuned into what everything's going on. I kind of figured he would be ahead of the curve on these things, but I guess not. Maybe he has different distributors, so the waves come differently than mine. Mine come earlier, but typically my distributors are usually later, from what I've felt at least, but who knows. But I would love to hear the news about a huge ETB wave next month on where he's getting that from, because I did watch that. Oh no, what's wrong with Troll and Toad? I used to buy from them. I've had bad experiences personally where they have near mint cards that they label near mint and then they're not anywhere close to near mint. And then I've also had bad experiences too where they they'll like list like mystery packs and the images will not be what they're listed for. And then if you watch literally any sort of Pokerevs videos with anything Troll and Toad product, it's never anything good. So it has nothing to do with them not being a reputable company. It's that just what they sell is kind of crap. Any thoughts on the long-term appreciation and value of the Pokemon boxes like the Eevee box and ETBs? Well, Eevee box is what I listed as my current top 5 items to invest in 2020. And if you're saying, wait, but you said Pokemon box is like the Eevee box. Are you talking about okay, be more specific, I guess, when you say Eevee boxes, because are you saying like the Eevee like premium collection, like the trio, or are you talking about like the, you know, Eevee like ETB box from like Evolving Skies? Or are you talking about the Eevee playmat? Like which Eevee one I guess I should ask? Hey, does anyone here know where I can find population price for a PSA graded booster packs? I can only find guides for graded cards. I wish I could help you on that one. That's actually cool. That'd actually be a cool piece of data to have. I don't get many trick or treats, so I guess I'm gonna try these Halloween packs to give out. Yeah, I think it'd be a really cool one for me to give out. Bro, like I said before, just give it out, put a business card on it. Here you go, kids. You want Pokemon? Eeveelution collection boxes, good to just keep. I mean, bro, have you seen the value of these Eeveelution collection boxes? It's been just a straight shot up. So it's like, let's look at Vaporeon, I guess. If we're just going with the premium collection, I mean, this is just an up shot, dude. Like, that's crazy. Obviously, this is the pre-release price, but goodness gracious, guys, that's insane. That is insane to say the least. The Vaporeon Premium Collection, I mean, if you're asking, is it worth keeping sealed? I mean, I don't see it as bad as keeping it sealed, because as far as it goes, there's been no sort of note of any reprints happening in the future, so the value is more than likely going to hold. Is there really going to be a massive, I love how you capitalize that, Evolving Skies reprint for ETBs? I know there was a booster box, but I didn't know ETBs 3-pack blisters. I don't know, man. That's very, very skeptical for me. I would love to hear where he's getting his sources from. So I gotta have to believe him, because he's, you know, it's Danny Phantom. He's reputable in that regard. But I would be very curious to see where he's getting his sources from. Because obviously in his video he was talking about how there was like a small reprint for ultra premium collections, and then Tic Tac, our local Aussie, basically said no, that's not true, it wasn't a reprint, it was a small resupply, because I made a video about that a month and a half ago. Once again, that's why I'm so confused why he's so delayed on this news. Thoughts on Chilling Reign? I think it's a cool set. I think it's probably the worst performing set we've seen so far in the Full Art Era block. In order, if you're talking about, well, actually that's not true. Fusion Strike is actually the worst performing. So if you're talking worst performing by print run, it goes Fusion Strike, Chilling Reign, Battle Styles. Those are the worst 3 if you're talking about by performance, which people are going to gasp when I say Battle Styles has performed better than all 3. And the reason for that is because Battle Styles has had 4 waves. Chilling Reign and Fusion have both had 2 waves. And look at the prices of what Battle Styles was at when it was at wave 2. Like, when Battle Styles was at one point like at 120 for wave 2. And Chilling Reign dropped to $80 to $75 on wave 2. Like, because it's only had 2 waves. So prices on Chilling have performed so much worse compared to Battle Styles. Same with Fusion. So I guess if you're asking from a performance perspective, it's absolutely been a turkey. But in regards to, do I think it's a good investment? I think it'll be a fine investment long term. I definitely think Fusion and Chilling are an undervalued set. So, especially because they're going to be part of the, you know, early phases of alternate arts. What about UPC? UPC is overvalued. I highly recommend against investing it. Not, you know, financial advice, not a financial advisor, but buying in at something triple above MSRP does not sound like a good entry point for investment. What's up, Pika Pika? How we doing? For sure, when they announced Celebrations party is ended, I grabbed another dozen at 50. Haven't bought more since they've risen. Shining Fates, though, I've been getting lately at 40, which is solid. John, that's exactly the strategy, man. I mean, this is literally what I was telling people early this year. Was I was saying, you know, I said UPC, or the Pokemon Center exclusive ETB. I said number one pickup, of course, you know. right now because I think this is going to perform extremely well. It was my favorite ETB pickup. It was one of my favorite, just pickups, period. Obviously, the Arceus became my new pickup once that they went out of stock. And then, of course, I was still a huge fan of the standard ETBs for as long as they were at the price of $50 to $60. But now, you can pick it up if you want to, but it's not... the risk to reward for the entry point is a lot better, I think, in Shining Fates, which you're able to pick up at 40, like you're saying, which is incredibly that's an amazing price. What's up, Tom? How we doing, brother? Eli, how are you selling due to the move? I am very much selling due to the move. You guys have seen some of my videos that I've made with like my back stock and what that looks like. So for me, I'm literally going to sell everything I own Pokemon related, like straight up everything except for my Pop 1 PSA 10 cards, because I do have some Pop 1 PSA 10s from Diamond and Pearl era that I'm going to keep, but I want to sell everything that I have so that I can not have to spend thousands of dollars moving everything. I would much rather save the money that I get when I first move and then rebuy product and kind of really start to diversify, setting up for the recessionary period we're going to get in, and then also take that money and then start investing in cheaper opportunities long term as well. So but yeah, no, it really comes down to the move. If it wasn't because of the move, I wouldn't be selling. I mean, I'll slowly sell off certain items that are popping off well, but I'm not going to be selling everything like I am right now. I was wondering if you were going to put up the Cosmic Eclipse booster box clips. Yeah, I definitely am. The build and battle, sorry, not booster box. Yeah, I am. Or if you want to message me personally, Spencer, you can, for sure. Rated's Tuking. Hello, good sir. How are we? I got a case evolving a couple of weeks ago at 120 booster box. Amazing price. Shout out to you on that one. Right, will be interesting. Claiming next month is a huge ETB reprint. First I've heard of it though. Yeah, I've only heard of it because of Danny Phantom. Premium collection. Well, Jose, this is a premium collection. And then you've got the playmat premium collection. So there's two different ones. But for the sake of this argument, I'll answer both. I don't think these are a good long-term investment at this very moment. I think their value to entry point is not worth it anymore. Now, if you're talking about the playmat from Pokemon Go premium collection, because it is the Pokemon Go premium collection, obviously, EV1. I think your entry point, you can probably find it for around $45 in some places. I love that entry point for an item that I think is going to do extremely well long term, especially because it has a playmat and so many things. The EV playmat was the one I was talking about. Sorry. Oh, okay, cool. Yes, that's exactly what we were talking about. Nice. You're all good. Thank you, Mac and Cheese, for that one. Yeah, no, the playmat, dude, it's going to do great. It's going to do fantastic. I absolutely love it. Has Chilling Rain been drying up at all? According to my distributors, they have been, but who knows? They like to say that a lot as a selling point. My Mythical Squishy collection has a higher value right now than the Celebrations ETBs. Do you think it will keep going? Ooh, I could see it going. I know I have two myself for the Mythical Squishies. It's a great item. I wouldn't be surprised if it did well. It's very much a unique promo. The alternate arts make the boxes so awesome. 100%. There's definitely a reason why their prices are expensive as they are. They're amazing. If you put up a Steam Siege blister on sale and tell the Pokemon drop on Twitter, it's going to be hashtag Steam Siege Sweet, bro. Tyrone, if you want to PM me about it and actually buy it because you're serious, then I will do it. But otherwise, probably not going to buy it. Do you think the Leafeon, Glaceon, V-Star boxes will hold value? I mean, right now, they're just slightly above MSRP, so they've actually been doing, they haven't really moved, I guess, but I don't know. Let's take a look. So, Leafeon V-Star box. The price for the Leafeon V-Star box, if you look at how it's performed, it has done nothing but go sideways and down. So if you look at what it has, my issue is the pack selection is mainly comprised of Fusion. Although I do love the promo. I think it's a great promo. This came out before Brilliant Stars was released, and so it does not include Brilliant Stars pack, which also would change things. I don't think they'll be bad. I don't think they'll do bad long term, but MSRP for these is $25. And it's been sitting around the same price for a while now. So not a terrible pickup by any means, but I wish I had a better pack selection. So, but the promos will probably have it hold value because it is collectible for that reason. To me, mostly no one is getting Eeveelution boxes for the packs inside. That's why buying the individual promos are sought after. 100% agree. GameStop website in Canada still has V Memories and Picarong Tab Team Gold Box promo. Is it the case in the USA too? I think last time I checked they are sold out when I went to GameStop. We can take a look. We can take a look and go to GameStop. Go see what GameStop has going on. Let's go with Pokemon cards. See if they have it. See if they have it. It'd be listed at 50 or 60. I can't remember. Wow, they're selling this at wholesale now. God, people are sleeping. I'm not seeing it listed. I'm not seeing it listed. So I don't think so, to my knowledge, but I could be wrong. What's the best way to direct message you for buying JB Canuses? Join the Discord and direct message me then. If you join the Discord, I'm pretty responsive on that. Or I'm the most responsive on that. Still in stock? Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I can't find them. I probably have to do a specific search. Sounds like the main modern Pokemon product Rudy is stocked up on in Chilling Reign booster boxes. The most booster boxes I own is Chilling Reign. And Evolving Skies. I mean, Chilling Reign, I think the reason why Chilling Reign was so enticing for a while was because the pickup price was sitting at around, for the longest time, $70 to $75. And so for that reason, if you did get in at that entry point, that's a beautiful entry point. That's a great long-term entry point, and I myself would have loved to have picked it up around that. So, you know, for me, I think it's less about, at this point, the booster box and more about the entry point, because I think that most of them are going to do well long-term in the alt-art era. Like, I don't think we have an alt-art set that I think is going to bomb. Like, Battle Styles has performed better than the other two based off of the amount of reprint waves we've had for the other two compared to Battle Styles. You know, Fusion I think is extremely undervalued. I think Chilling Reign is undervalued. You're just gonna see a lot of value, especially if you're able to pick them up at around that $75 price point. Thank God we got the Pokemon Center in UK finally for those PC ETBs. I know, definitely. You guys definitely were able to finally get the opportunity to grab some stuff that English has had America's had for a while. 15 booster packs in a Celebrations ETB. That's an unheard of amount of packs in ETB with the popular promo. Oh yeah, big time. What do you think about Vivid Voltage ETBs at 35? I think that's a pretty solid price. I definitely like Vivid Voltage ETBs as it stands. Definitely most ETBs I own is Celebrations. I sold a decent amount of mine, but that's because I'm moving. That's literally why. Does anyone know of a good, reputable place that are still taking bulk for booster boxes? Great question, because I have about 100,000 bulk cards myself. So I agree the number of packs is one aspect. Sounds like the recent Vivid ETBs were printed less than DA. Do you think that's true, or is it the market ate up Vivid ETB reprints more than DA? I think that it's the market ate up Vivid Voltage ETBs more than DA, because I actually got allocated more Vivid than I did Darkness Ablaze, and Darkness Ablaze dropped more with having been allocated less. And I think that really comes down to just the value that people feel like they get from Vivid, which is the most ironic thing ever, because Vivid Voltage, I guess you can make an argument that it's because of the Amazing Rares, but when you think of two sets that, like, here's my problem that I have with the Sword and Shield era block. is a lot of the sets are the hit or miss sets. Now, don't get me wrong, Vivid Voltage for the longest time wasn't like that. The Amazing Rares were worth more. But since the Amazing Rares have dropped value, that is what it has become. So when you talk about a lot of the Sun and Moon era block, it's very much so much more diversity with pulls. You can get so many cards that will be worth value. Same with, you know, Hidden Fates and so on and so forth. When I think of, however, the Sun and Moon block compared to the Sword and Shield era block, when you talk about Darkness Ablaze, you can get a Charizard and that's about it. Anything other than Charizard, you're just not excited. And even then, the Charizard is worth like $40. Vivid Voltage, on the other hand, compared to the Charizard, first and foremost, it's not even a Rainbow Charizard. It's just a regular Charizard, so that's way less appealing. Versus at least with Vivid Voltage, sure, it's not a Charizard, but it's a Pikachu, and it's a Rainbow Pikachu. And at least I'm going to be able to get my main chase to be twice as much the price. 3 times as, if not as much the price, from pulling the Pikachu Rainbow. So for me, it's very much like it's very much dependent in that regards on why I think people like it, because there's more to chase and you can get the Amazing Rares. But even then, it's like such an overrated set in my opinion. But I don't know. Maybe it's just because you take Amazing Rares out of the mix. What do you really have? Got some cool full arts, I guess, but I don't know. I just sent you a message on Discord for buying some direct from you, if that works. Yeah, of course. I'll make sure to message you after this shortly. Also, for those people that are here, since we have a large amount of people here, I just dropped pre-releases for our second wave of the mystery packs. First wave obviously sold out. We had a smashing success. It was a break for the first wave. The second wave will not be a break. It will be shipped directly to you. The date in which it will begin shipment is going to be on August the 15th. So it'll be on a Monday, so you should be able to receive it by the end of the week. So I'm going to be moving in August. So for those people that don't know, the reason why I'm selling it before I move is because I don't have to charge for sales tax living in Oregon. And so when I move to Arizona, I will begin to start to collect sales tax again. Or not again, but for the first time. So I'm making sure that I'm making it as cheap as possible while I can right now. So if you want to pick it up, because eventually, you know, I'll probably have another wave because it was such a successful hit for our mystery pack. So if you want to check them out now before they sell out, I put 100 this time instead of 50, so I doubled the amount. So hopefully it shouldn't sell out too fast for all of you guys, but you know, I priced them at such a nice price. I know people are gonna hop on that. I would buy an art set for Sleeve Steam Siege booster boxes if you got them from your distributor. Yeah, that's the thing, is I have to buy in cases, so I couldn't just sell them as like a non-art set, you know. Otherwise I would if I had 4, totally. What do you think of the Pokemon Go pin collection set of 3 as an investment? I mean, it's not a terrible investment by any means, but I think I'd much rather go the route of collecting the playmat. I think the playmat is such a better investment in my opinion. Flareon, Jolteon, Eeveelution, Glaceon, Leafeon, V-Stars all look great items to display. Agreed. Yeah, they're great items to display. The Pika box is on page 2, middle of the page. It says pick up in store. It's on page 2. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Oh, whoopsie. Let's take a look. Page 2, middle of the page, pick up in store. Wow, you caught that. Wow, look at me. Good catch, my guy. Let's see. It is currently unavailable, so can't pick it up in store. So at least for myself, it's not available, for those people that were wondering. Yeah, I mean, if it's in stock for you guys, I definitely don't think it's a bad pickup by any mean. I was a huge fan of this box for a while. What are wholesale prices for the Pogo ETBs and the Evolving Playmat? $35 for the wholesale is $35 for ETBs, and for the playmat I want to say it was $30, but I could be wrong, but I think it was $30. Do you think more cleaver boxes are on the way, or have they bottomed out, going for $25 now? Well, they've always been going for $25, Lord Bulbasaur. On TCG Player, I mean, I could be wrong. They could have gotten cheaper, but to my knowledge, TCG Player, they were actually sitting at $27 like a week ago, because it's like, you know, they're sitting at what? Yeah, $24.49, and if you look at how much I was selling them for on my site, I was selling them for $20 to $18. So it's like you can probably find them on some sites for $20-ish. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just kept going down, in all honesty. Especially because you can get them cheaper off-site other places. Do you expect we'll see newer sets have their booster boxes drop as low as Chilling Reigns and Fusion did, sub 80? It's entirely possible that we could see that, but I have a feeling that the Pokemon Company is going to be a little bit more hyper-aware since we're going into a recessionary period. And so there's going to be more of like, you know, a fear of overprinting product that isn't going to be bought. So who knows? I think you could potentially see them like print product. It'll sit at around $100, and then it'll be like a one-wave system. Because right now, guys, for Lost Origin as well as Astral, they're both one-wave sets. So Astral Radiance booster boxes, this is a one-wave set. This is not two waves. This is one wave. So in regards to like, do you really think that Astral could drop more in price? I mean, it's only going to come down to demand at this point because we don't know if more supply is going to come. Same concept with Lost Origin. Do I think that we could in the future see booster boxes at some point hit $80? Of course. Historically speaking, it's happened many a times. Question is, when's that going to happen and why is it going to happen? I think if anything, it's going to happen because certain competitive cards are going to become extremely expensive within set specific items, and either they're going to have to reprint the specific cards in, you know, trainer toolkits or other premium collections, like, what is it, the Iris, I think is what it is, or not Iris, Adrius. Oh god, Eli, I'm struggling here. It is the oh, do I gotta look up holo rare? Whoopsie. Yes, it is the Irida. I mean, when you're talking about a card that's going for as much as this is, like, that's incredible. That is incredible that it's going for that much for just a standard holo rare. So, but of course, I don't think that this card alone is gonna cause them to want to reprint a whole set. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Do you think Altard Zard from Brilliant Stars will go down? Yes, 100%, especially once we get more reprints. I wish I was in the States so much cheaper than Canada. See, that's the thing, man. People always want to give crap to America because I don't want to get too political. I don't want to get political. All I can tell you is that things are so much cheaper in the United States compared to other countries. If you go look at the UK and you just see how much more expensive things are, if you look at Canada, how much more expensive things are, we might not have a lot of, how do I want to say this, quote unquote free things, but it is a lot cheaper, generally speaking, when it comes to cost of goods compared to other countries. What's sales tax in Arizona? I think it's like Arizona sales tax. Arizona sales tax is 5.6%. What's California's sales tax? I want to look this up. 7.25%. That's crazy. But 5.6% is what I said. Where can I pick up the mystery packs? Just go to our website, PokemartUSA.com. So I'll just do a little bit. I'll just show you what it looks like on our sealed product. So you can look at it. Pokemon mystery boxes, sealed products page, doesn't really matter. But so if you want to kind of take a look and see what the images are, 5 regular packs, 1 plus prize pack, and then here's what you can potentially get. I want people to be aware these are not the only ones you can get. For example, our main prize pack on the break was a heavy fossil unlimited, not a jungle unweighted first edition. We're gonna try and make it that if it is a first edition, it's unweighted. If it is a heavy, it's unlimited, because I want to make it either a heavy unlimited or an unweighted first edition. And then as far as it goes, you know, like For our other golds, I think it was an Arceus pack is what we had for our gold. And then for our silvers, we also had legendary treasures, and we had plasma freeze, which that was not included obviously in the pictures. So it's like you can get more stuff. And then we also had shining legends in the red tier. So it's like the range, realistically speaking, is like you can get anywhere between a pack worth $100 in gold all the way up to like $300. And then for silver, you can get a pack anywhere between $40 to like $100. And then for red, you can get a pack anywhere between $10 to like $25. So it's like there's a range within it on how expensive you can get like certain packs. But I think the average pack price of silver that we got was around $70-ish. And then obviously, you know, there's only 2 gold. So it's like one's worth 120. The other one's worth like 275, 300. So it's like, how do you want to average it out? But I mean, at the end of the day, you're getting a lot of really good packs as well, or opportunities for good packs. And with the blue, you're always guaranteed to get an ETB one. And then for those people that were aware as well, I think 45 out of the 50 that we sold for the like pre-release break, they included Evolving Skies. So, and for those people that were watching, we pulled 2 Rainbow Eeveelution VMAXs and pulled 2 alternate art Eeveelutions from the break, opening 45 Evolving Skies packs, which is incredible. Like, that's so crazy that we had such good luck. My guy Eli, what's up? What's up, Hashcashim? How we doing? I'm doing well. How about yourself? Hopefully you're having a good day. The Hidden Fates Charizard is selling over $300, but the Shining Fates is selling under 100. Was the Hidden Fates Charizard ever sub 100? It was never sub 100. Charizard will, do you expect Shining Fates Charizard will appreciate like Hidden Fates has? Well, so it was never under sub 100. The demand for it was extremely high. So I don't think it'll ever hit that point. However, I could see the ladder where the Shining Fates Charizard could eventually get to $300. But who knows? There's definitely more demand for the GX versus the VMAX. I think that's the reason why. Do you know why AR is only one wave set? Because they're dialing back right now. Demand is starting to fall off, and so they're dialing back the amount of product they're printing. I just checked Game Nerds. They have 500 in stock for $20. There you go, brother. Told you, man. They are dirt cheap. Why was Celebrations lowering around for a few months while Shining Fates is all over the place? A year and a half later, would have picked up more. It's because Shining Fates is not a specialty set. It is it's a specialty set, not a specialty anniversary set. And they really want to focus in on anniversary sets being very much like in and out, you know? So that's kind of why. So versus the Celebrations, you know, anniversary set, in and out, versus, you know, Shining Fate set, not a anniversary set. You know, they're focused more on giving reprints for that reason. Do you think buying Evolving Skies booster box 144 after tax is like 155? I do not like that price personally there, Bruce Wayne. I'm a lot bigger of a fan of waiting for a larger potential reprint to happen. 8% in California where I live. Dude, that's crazy to me. But yeah, I would not say that's a good entry point, Bruce Wayne. I would say that I would be patient, very patient, very patient, very patient, and wait for another big reprint, because Evolving Skies is not going to go out of print for at least another year and a half, and there's no way it's not going to at least drop to 120 again, because some people were picking up for 120 now. I don't know if it's still going for that price, but because it was like only 2 weeks that was really realistically selling for around that price, and sites were selling out fast at 120, so who knows. Dollar General had around 100 CMC sleeve boosters. I bought around half. Were they the 3-pack ones? I gotta assume. 100 of the 2 mini-pack XY Cinnamon blisters. Wow, that's really cool, actually. Okay, that's what it is. America, where everything is cheap except for getting sick. You know? That's pretty accurate. The most I've spent on seal cases just arrived. 500 for a 40 PC case of K19 Kanto tins with Eeveelution Crimson inside. Glad to pick up Eeveelution products at a discount. Dude, sweet pickup. Shout out to you on that one. Sales taxes in Galar is higher, but we can get away with way more deductibles. Hey, that's nice at least. Which alt arts in Lost Origins could be the next Machamp? That's an easy answer for me. I think the next one is going to be, the Aerodactyl. The Aerodactyl artwork is too beautiful to really like pass up on as it being the next Machamp. Although, like I said before, I'm a huge Giratina fan. I honestly like the Aerodactyl alt art way more. It is so gorgeous. Like, it is such a good design. I think this will be the next Machamp. And honestly, I could potentially see this card like you. And don't get me wrong, like I could be 100% off base on this, but you know how Machamp started off low and then it kind of skyrocketed? If Aerodactyl does start below $100 and let's say it's like in the 30s and the 40s for this alt art, I could see it skyrocket up to 100. I could be completely out of my mind with this, but I'm so high on this alt art design. I think it's so gorgeous. And if it really is, you know, truly not market manipulation and it was actually legit, then I do think the Aerodactyl design will be the most expensive one in the set, personally speaking. Do you think Eeveelution's booster box price rose up fast like UPC's and may be stagnant for a while, or do you see Eeveelution's hitting $1,000 a box a couple of years? Well, so the thing is Eeveelution's, when it first came up, you know, Eeveelution's did rise up pretty quickly. And then all of a sudden, of course, you know, or not all of a sudden, it got massively reprinted in the ground, sat at around $80 for a very long time. And then eventually when the boom happened, of course, you know, hit 1,000. So I guess your question is, I could see it being stagnant. That's what I'm going to say, John. I could totally see it being stagnant. I could see it go slowly up. Stagnant and up, like slightly maybe, but I gotta imagine I don't see it hitting $1,000 while we're in this recessionary period again. I could be wrong because anything can happen, but I still think it's extremely overvalued for how much there is in supply. Do you think we'll get back to a time where booster boxes are around 100 at release? If so, what does that mean? Does that mean we're at an unhealthy time for Pokemon? So John Boy, we are actually already at a time. Because when you really think about it, I mean, if we're going and looking at prices for current booster box pre-releases, your Astral Radiance is at around 100. You've been able to get it for under 100 forever. Lost Origins at one point was also below $100, and that was before the alt arts were released. Of course, prices have started to go up because people like the alt art designs. And I wouldn't be surprised if this went under 100 as well. So for me, we're in that kind of era, and it's not necessarily a bad time. If anything, it's a good thing that it's sitting at around $100-ish, because at least it shows stability in the market, that we aren't seeing everything go to zero, like $80 or below. Then I would get really like, you know, be like, yo, demand just really died out. But you know, $100 is not a bad price point by any means. So I think it just means more stability and hoping for, I mean, I don't know if I should say hoping, because it takes away a lot of investment growth for volatility. So, but that's kind of half the point of playing the waves, was volatility. If you don't have that volatility, it's kind of hard to play the waves, you know? With no more Shining Fates reprints coming, how do you compare the size of Shining Fates print run to Hidden Fates? Was either printed a lot more or similar? So Shining Fates versus Hidden Fates. To my knowledge, Hidden Fates got 3 ETB reprints, 3 or 4 tin reprints, and Hidden Fates did, and then Shining Fates got 2 reprints. But the demand for Hidden Fates was so much greater than Shining Fates, which completely makes sense, because Shining Fates right now, I mean, when you look at it, it's a very it's such a lackluster like set compared to Hidden Fates. Like, that's kind of what's hard when you're making comparisons between Sun and Moon versus Sword and Shield, because it feels like Sun and Moon is, or Sword and Shield is trying to do what Sun and Moon did, but it's doing it the wrong way, if that makes sense. Because it's like taking Hidden Fates, and then you're taking what everyone loves from Hidden Fates, and you're ripping it out of it, and you're adding in a bunch of junk that people don't care about, but keeping the same concept. So what I mean by that is, like, Hidden Fates. People loved Hidden Fates not only because of the shiny concept, but because of the shiny cards that you can get from it. You can get Mewtwo, you can get Reshiram, you can get Sylveon, you can get Leafeon, you can get Glaceon, you can get Charizard. So many good hits. In this version, and with the baby shinies, there's so many good baby shinies. With this, it's Charizard, Ditto, Lapras. Don't think really anyone else cares about any other sort of big shinies. And then baby shinies, it's Suicune. Maybe I'm ignorant to this, but obviously for this specific shiny vault, they very much were focused on, you know, Galar shinies. And so for that reason, that's kind of the route they went with this set. However, when you take a look at Sun and Moon, what they did is they were a lot more diversified with everything. So let's go to Hidden Fates Shiny Vault. Rather than focusing solely on just, you know, Sun and Moon era, you know, shinies, you got, you know, Gen 1 shinies. You've, of course, got a whole different variety of, you know, Gen 4. You got more Gen 4. You got Gen 5. You've got, I mean, you're literally getting all of your Gen 1 through 5, 6, 7 generation. I mean, you're getting you're getting a mix of every generation, which is what you kind of love about Hidden Fates. Is if you're a fan of each generation, you got love from each generation, right? Gen 1 fan, Gen 2 fan, you know, Gen 7 fan, Gen 4 fan, Gen 4 fan, Gen 4 fan, Gen 1 fan, Gen 2 fan, Gen 3 fan. Like, you're getting that generational love. Gen 5 fan, like Gen 6, not Gen 5. Reshiram's obviously the Gen 5 love. Gen 3. Like, you're getting love from each generation. You're not getting love from each generation in the same way. Sure, it's got one Suicune and it's got a Lapras and a Ditto. Cool beans, man. Not really as hyped. So even though Hidden Fates got more print than, you know, Shining Fates, in theory, the demand for Shining Fates is so much less because Hidden Fates is everything you kind of want in a shiny set done right. You need diversity. Sets that have diversity are the sets that do the best, and sets with lack of diversity are the sets that tend to do the worst. And I think the problem is the Pokemon Company right now, one of their biggest issues they're doing with Sun and Moon era, Sword and Shield era comparatively, is they're not giving any diversity. They're just taking one main chase card, and then if you don't pull that one main chase card, everything else is kind of a bust. Or at least a couple, right? Like 2 or 3 other ones. So Champion's Path, if you don't pull either the shiny Charizard, it's a bust. Darkness Ablaze, don't pull the shiny or the standard Charizard, it's a bust. Vivid Voltage, you don't pull the Pikachu, it's a bust. Shining Fates, don't pull the Charizard, it's a bust. Battle Styles, you know, I guess you can get 2 or 3 good hits, but unless you don't hit those 2 or 3, it's a bust. Chilling Reign has a lot better diversity, so Chilling Reign, I think it's undervalued for that reason. Evolving Skies has the most amount of diversity, which is why I think Evolving Skies has had most of the amount of love. You know, Celebration, Specialty Set, everything's cheap there, but still, you know, it's more of the appeal of, you know, easy pull rate, so let it be that. Fusion Strike, if you don't get the Gengar, if you don't get the Mewtwo, if you don't get the Espeon, you're kind of screwed. Brilliant Star, a little bit more diversity because they added in character rare, so there is nice character rare pulls, but you can get, of course, value from any of the different types of Charizards or Arceus, but even then I would have liked more diversity, which, you know, that's my criticisms for Brilliant Star, but of course character rares added value to it. Astral Radiance, you know, same kind of concept applies, at least, you know, and it's progressively getting better, don't get me wrong, like it's progressively it's getting better when you look at the value that you can get, because, you know, sure, you know, Machamp's 100, you can get these for 50, but other than that, it's like once you start going below that, you know, it's like the value starts to dwindle fast, you know, and they've gotten better about it. Don't get me wrong, they've gotten so much better about it in regards to like value from pulls, because at least with Shining Fates, it's not like $100 and your next best card is $10, or like Champion's Path, if you don't get either the Charizard, your next best card is like $5. So they're getting better at it, because even if you take a set like Fusion Strike, where if you don't pull the main, like, you know, the main alternate arts or Rainbow, like, you know, $30, $37, at least you're feeling like you're getting value out of it. But I guess the most disappointing feeling is you get an alternate art and then you walk away getting a Greedent, or you walk away getting a Sandaconda. That just hurts the heart, knowing the odds to pull one of them. So I wish they just added real more value to the set, you know? But I don't know, maybe that's just me. I hit a lick and found a case of EVS for $684. Not a bad price. Do you like MetaZoo? I'm very much like informed of what's going on with MetaZoo, but I am not an expert at MetaZoo, and I'm not fully invested in MetaZoo yet. So I would like to refrain from saying, do I like MetaZoo? Sure, I like MetaZoo. I think it's a cool concept. I think it's something that could do well long term, but I'm not knowledgeable enough to say from an investment perspective what to buy and what not to buy. So if we're talking Flesh and Blood, I'm a huge Tales of Aria fan, but that's just because I love the artwork on Tales. Do you think they will restock Pokemon? Yep. It's currently, James, it's currently on pre-release, and this usually what happens. It goes out of stock on pre-release, and then when it goes back in stock, it will, of course, probably sit on stock for a while, but I could be wrong. Which Pokemon would you choose to have the next Alt-Art? Easy. Blastoise Venusaur. Why are we never getting Blastoise Venusaur luck? I absolutely feel skamazed about the Pokemon Go introduction of Shiny Venusaur and the second Blastoise ever. I really wish they did more than just Radiant cards, because I'm not the biggest fan of Radiants. Are you planning on listing more Lost Origins booster box on your website? Potentially, Lord Narwhal. Right now, I'm focused more on the break packs, but I'll keep you posted on that. What's up, Trax Phantom? Let's go. How we doing, brother? Hopefully you're having a good day. Hey, looking to buy one of the Ultra Modern Chase cards, thinking Brilliant Star Charizard Alt-Art or Shining Fates Charizard VMAX. Thoughts on the two in the future? Charizard VMAX. And it's a pretty easy one for me to say, because the value that you're getting, if you're looking at it from an investment opportunity, it's so much greater. Because one, Brilliant Stars, you know, it's just came out in February, and so the overall opportunity for this price to go down right now, it's going to go down a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if this went sub $100 at some point, right? And I don't think that's a reach to say, because when you look at the value of what it's going for right now, you're able to find it for $160 on TCG Player and probably cheaper elsewhere. You probably find it for $150 or lower on other places. I mean, let's just take a look and see what it's going for on, you know, let's see what it's going for here. Could be wrong, could be worth more, could be worth less, who knows. But I mean, I think this item's gonna tank. Wow, 170. People are paying. Okay, so here we go. 152. Looks like some people are paying below 150 to 150. 135. Obviously, centering on this one is worse. So because you have pictures involved. So I guess it really comes down to the print. But I think regardless, I think the value of this is gonna go down sub 100. I would be stunned if it didn't go sub 100. So for me, I really think that if you're talking about like bottoming opportunities to invest in, I'm really going to have to say that Shining Fates, Shiny Charizard is really just such at a great price. It's at such a good price, and not to mention, it's a set that's going to go out of rotation early next year, and I'd be stunned if it got another reprint. Like, absolutely stunned. Highly doubt it'll get another reprint. You're able to pick it up for sub 100. Great value, great value. Card will do well long term for its value. Someone's selling a lot of Hidden Fates under 150 on eBay. I don't have any Hidden Fates CTBs. I could get myself to pull the trigger on 150 when Shining Fates is 50 or less. If you're talking about from a long-term investment perspective, I would take 3 Shining Fates for $40 over 1 Hidden Fates, or for 150. Just because the entry point is so good right now for Shining. I love the Shining Fates entry point. Don't get me wrong, Hidden Fates is so much greater, but your entry point is so much better, which is important to understand. Do you collect any graded first edition cards? I have some Jungle Fossil. I feel like they're a safe long-term hold. Yeah, Jungle Fossil, I mean, you have to understand, and this is what I said as well, Must Die. My problem with Watsi era stuff, if everyone thinks Watsi era, first and foremost, they think it's more scarce because of current standard times when you're talking about like sealed product, but there's more Watsi era first edition as well as unlimited than people realize. And then second with that, my issue is that you saw such of a parabolic boom from the first edition Watsi era stuff as well as the unlimited that we don't have a clear picture of what the floor is for a lot of these items, which is why certain items have retraced anywhere between 75 to 90% and are probably still going to retrace even farther. And then there are some items that are just starting their retracements at like only 30 to 50 and will probably retrace farther. So do I think long term they'll do fine? But to answer the question is if they're safe, as in like I bought them now, they're not going to drop. They're going to drop so much more still, in my opinion. But will they do long-term safely? Yeah, safe long-term hold. However, if you were to tell me, you know, gun to my head, which would I rather do, you know, buy $500 worth of wholesale ultra modern product, or spend $500 on, you know, speculative, you know, PSA 10, you know, shadowless card, or I shouldn't say speculative, but a first edition or a shadowless card holo in a 10 condition or a 9, knowing that it could potentially continue to drop and retrace. It's a hard argument for me, you know? It's a hard argument for me not to want to go, knowing that I know what my wholesale prices for entry are on a floor, but I don't know what my floor is right now, currently, for Watsi era product. And I've used this example before and we'll do it again, but if we go back to just, you know, base set shadowless, just look at the Alakazam and we look at how much it's dropped as an example. You know, PSA 10 obviously really hard to tell, because when you look at the overall value of the card, we can't really tell because it's so scarce, so people are assuming it's expensive. But if you look at the 9 value, I mean, look at what the value of the 9's just done. And if you're talking about the Charizard Shadowless, you know, the value of this card, once again, kind of hard to tell because, you know, it's dropped like 30%, but it's off of one sale, so you don't really know. So I like to gauge the 9's better. See, the 9 value's gone down so much. And if we're even talking like, you know, if you really want to get into like the nitty gritty of 10s, because you don't want to focus on the 9's, then we can go to say something like Fossil. And we can take a look at, let's say, the Gengar. I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just so hard for me to know because the price volume on the 9's are so much greater than the 10's. And for me not to say like, all right, let's look at the sale. We can't see the sale history and know if it's a legit sale or not on this, because every so often there are sales that'll sneak on by that are not legit. It's just a hard one for me, man. It's just a hard one for me because the sales point for 10, it's like, I don't know. Like, at least this looks more indicative in my point, you know. These charts look so much more appropriate. So, and that's 9s compared to 10s. Of course, our 10's going to be safer. Yeah, big time. This is, you know, proof showing that population versus 9s versus 10s, why 10s are safer. But scarcity on these items as well, if you were to try and offload it, you got to wonder how much it would actually go for. It's weird they didn't do a Darkrai alternate art. You know what, Jason? That is one of my biggest critiques that I have for Astral, that they didn't do it. It was such a wasted opportunity. So upsetting. Just want to say thank you for your time and answering these, bro. Hey, I appreciate it. Also, make sure, guys, want to enter into our weekly giveaways, leave a like, comment down below, and be subscribed to the YouTube channel. But smash the like button, baby. But yeah, I think it was such a wasted opportunity, man. The fact that they did not use, I mean, the fact that they did not use an alternate art Darkrai, and it's the main, I don't know, dude, whatever. Long-term investment for Evolving Skies booster box or PCETB. I mean, you know, historically what we've seen right now is the PC ETVs performed better. I mean, if you look at the price of the PC ETBs and what they're going for well over double MSRP. Evolving Skies never broke above double MSRP. It broke double above wholesale, but you can't get the PC ETBs at wholesale. So, comes at your point of entry once again. You got an Evolving Skies booster boxes at $100, went to 200, sold at 200. That's a double sale. That's about as good of value as the PC ETB. But obviously your point of entry, I think long term is going to be better at this point with Evolving Skies ETB unless they resupply PC ETBs. Would you rather have a Shining Face Charizard for $100 or Celebrations Classic Charizard? Shining Face Charizard for $100. Classic Charizard, the pull rate is so much greater than it is the Shining Face Charizard. That's why. But it actually works for Pokemon. He was recently asked me if I wanted anything. I want to give you anything because you're one of the best and nice Poketubers. No way. You're pulling my leg. Are you serious? If you're serious, first and foremost, that is so kind of you and that is so nice. And I'd be grateful for anything, man. That's so cool if that's true. Otherwise, if you're pulling my leg, then I would be more inclined to believe that. But that'd be awesome, dude. Seriously. Yeah, your dad works for Pokemon. That's awesome, dude. Can you get me the Charizard and special delivery Pikachu? I wish they did Dialga, Palkia different arts. I wish they did Dialga, Palkia different art ETBs. That would have been so cool, Tyrone. I think that is good, especially considering the fact that they went the Darkrai route with the ETB and they didn't include a Darkrai alternate art. Yeah, I agree. That would have been a better route to go. One arm or one leg? One arm, dude. I will DM you on Discord for any options. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. Seriously. Eli deserves an uncut sheet. Could you imagine? That'd be so sweet if I got an uncut sheet. I'd frame that and keep that forever. Oh my gosh. One arm, easy question. One arm or one leg? Are you kidding me? You know how much... Why? I don't understand that. Like, why wouldn't you want one arm, one leg? Especially as someone who plays volleyball too. When I think about, like, how much more, like, of a disability your life would be not being able to fully, like, walk. Like, don't get me wrong, like, with the advancements of technology, like, you know, there's an argument to be made that some people are gonna go faster because it's lighter, because they only have one leg. But I don't know. I feel like for me, I'd much rather have one arm than one leg, just because when I think of, like, you know, once again, future biomechanical things, I feel like that's a lot easier to replicate as an arm than a leg. And especially playing sand volleyball, you know, you're not going to be able to get that same level of, like, mobility and traction without having both your feet versus your arm. You know, realistically speaking, if I, let's say, you know, lose, whether it be left or right, I'll just become a lefty, or I'll just, you know, hit with my mechanical arm if I can. If it is my right, or if it's my left, then I'll just keep hitting with my right. And then hand setting, I don't know, I'd probably just bump set more than hand set. So I don't know, it's hard to say. But for me, I don't know. Interesting question to ask. I need that Charizard, Andreas says. Seriously, dude. What's your lowest price to buy into Celebrations Charizard? Man, I remember when people thought I was crazy for saying it was going to go sub 100. I said realistically it would go to below $75. I would love to go back and actually look at my video and see what I said for that price of Classic Collection Charizard, because I remember saying the price of it was going to crash. I mean, what? Yeah, it's below 75, so what's your low price to buy in? I mean, if you look at what it's doing right now, it's showing zero signs of stopping. Looks like it has slightly gone stagnant. I could see it going down to 50. I think that's not unrealistic. What Eeveelution would you want as a pet? Ooh, well, I feel like for me... that's an interesting question. That is an interesting question. Which Eeveelution would I want as a pet? I feel like it would be cool. Oh. See, Glaceon would be freezing cold to snuggle with. Flareon, I'd just burn myself. Vaporeon would get wet everywhere. Jolteon, I'd shock myself. I guess Espeon. I feel like Espeon. Espeon would probably be the coolest to have as a pet. You know, Leafeon would be itchy. Sylveon would be a cool one to have too, actually. Wouldn't mind Sylveon. But Espeon would also be pretty cool. I think Espeon looks cuddlier. I would say Umbreon, but I mean, it's the night dark time Pokemon, so I can just imagine it being the Pokemon that just wakes me up at 3 a.m. just to like destroy everything in my household. So that would not be fun. Rotom Phone or Porygon Phone? Porygon Phone. Ditto Beanbag Chair or Snorlax Beanbag Chair? Snorlax Beanbag Chair. Something that bothers me about Pokemon is centering because you have no idea if you're finally... Yep, it sucks, dude. English has done such a poor job on centering compared to Japan. They do such a better job. What Pokemon would you want to be your partner for sand volleyball? A tall one. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? Well, who would I want for a sand part? Oh, dude. That's a good question. All right, so which one has hands? I'm like, I need one that has hands like a Machamp, but is tall. Baratic would probably pop the volleyball. I feel like Hariyama would be so slow though, that's the problem. Rillaboom! Rillaboom's the answer. Yes, I would have Rillaboom as my sand partner. 6'11", he would be such a beast too. Oh yeah, and he only weighs 200 pounds? Dude, Rillaboom would be such a good sand partner. Are you kidding me? Heck yeah. Weighing in at only 200 pounds at 6'11"? Oh dude, Rillaboom would be such a beast. He'd be lightweight, fast, and tall. Yes, please. I'd definitely rather buy Celebration Charizard to hold than Radiant Charizard. Oh yeah, if you're going between the two, I'd take that over Radiant all day. They gotta be cutting the card slightly off, otherwise we'd all have PSA 10s. That's what it feels like. What's your opinion on the Amazing Rares with the Rainbow Hollow? I feel like those could be a decent buy. I can't tell if I'm biased. I mean, they're not gonna be a terrible buy by any means, especially considering how cheap you can get them for in PSA 10s at this point. They're just so high population that you're like, your gauge for risk to reward is, it's gonna be a little interesting to know, because when you take a look at the fact, let's go to PSA, right? And what? What do you mean? What the heck? This is new. Okay, I guess I just gotta look up PSA.com now. We go to Pop Report, and we go to Vivid Voltage, right? If we go to Vivid Voltage Pop Report, and we see for the Amazing Rares, look at the population on these cards. This is a Zamazenta one, guys. Not the Rayquaza. Zamazenta, 4,000. Zacian, 4,000. Raikou, 4,700. Jirachi, 5,269. Rayquaza, 5,500. I mean, come on, guys. Like, you know, like that's such a high pop. It's so hard for me. Like I can see it being extremely cheap because of the high pop. Like, there's a reason why, guys, the price of these the price of these amazing rares has gone down so rapidly. It's because it was right before PSA grading closed. And so when you look at like how quickly it would drop after the, you know, population would go up. Because we're talking, you know, all of history. Look at how much this was going for, and then how it just continued to drop. And Raw followed suit very similarly, but on a smaller scale. You know? So it's not a terrible pickup by any means, but the value, I feel like it's hard to justify that how great a value is going to have based on the fact that it has such a high population, and that population, since they're so easy to pull, is just going to go up, you know? That's my fear with amazing rares. Like, I have no problem picking one up for 20, 30 bucks because of having it in my collection, because it's a cool card to have in the collection. But, you know, long term, it's hard for me to justify, you know? What is the best base set right now to buy from including pull rate price? The best base set right now to buy. Wow. Okay, so if we're talking about the history of base sets, Sword and Shield base sets sucked. Let's go from the beginning. I mean, base set Unlimited's pretty solid. I mean, EX Ruby Sapphire. I don't know, man. EX Ruby Sapphire. I wouldn't consider that to be one of the best base sets either. Definitely not one of the best base sets, that's for sure. Honestly, if we're talking best base sets, like, in all honesty, dude, I gotta hand it to Sun and Moon and X and Y. They both got great base sets. If you're trying to compare the two, their base sets are not the worst. Like, Rainbow Umbreon or Espeon or Lily, and a couple of solid gold cards. And then you've got the starter 3 with XY. Like, I don't know, man. They're not bad. They're not bad at all. If you're taking price into it, though, probably Sun and Moon base, because it just had a reprint. I recently picked up both Marnie collection boxes to sit on. Thoughts? I love the Marnie boxes. I think they'll do great. Eli would have a Rotom so his stream never lags. John, that's so funny. Good point. True, you got me on that one. Sword and Shield 12. Incandescent Arcana is a rumor to have a V-Star Lugia. I heard about that. I think that could be huge. I think that could be huge for a final set. Sandslash could move faster through the sand. He's a winner. Okay, but the problem with Sandslash is he's so slow. Or sorry, not so slow. He's so short. Like, he's 3 feet tall, man. I don't give a crap how high he is, and he's just gonna puncture the ball with his claws. Like, he would be a terrible partner, because then we'd have to keep replacing a ball, and he'd keep getting fouled for it. For volleyball, I would pick Lucario. I think he has an ability to inner focus and can learn Extreme Speed. But you guys are forgetting height, man. Lucario is only 4 feet, and that's a Mega Lucario. Standard is 3'11". I need height as well as speed, guys. I need height, man. I didn't realize that these might be overprinted a tad bit. Just a tad bit. Yo, what's up, Cheetown MVP? How we doing? Wouldn't expect with low prices, the prices low to grade cards, there's going to be a load of cards that were low pop to medium high. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal, man. As more get graded, more population goes in, and that drives the price down of standard ungraded. Because why buy a ungraded, or why buy a raw card if it's going to be more expensive than a graded card? You know? My first PSA 10 buys were amazing rares. Rayquaza for under 30, Celebi for under 40, Celebi for under 30. What happened in this conversation? Did I just step into the middle of... Bro, it's been all over the place. Deoxys would be a pro volleyball player. I mean, but Deoxys doesn't have any hands. He wouldn't be able to have any ball control. I mean, you know... It's not... He's not, like, completely short, but he's... I guess if you're talking, like, standard Deoxys form with hands... Plus he can levitate. That's kind of unfair. Yeah, because you're talking standard Deoxys, he would get wrecked, right? He doesn't have anything to grab with. And if you're talking speed form Deoxys, I don't know. It's going to need hands. But it can morph into having hands, so I don't know. I guess Deoxys could do well. I just need a big partner. Modern Pokemon Investor, what's up, Eli and Pokemon USA fan? What is up, my good sir? How are we today? How are we today, good sir? Hopefully all is well from you. We are having a solid one. Can Physic Pokemon use their psychic powers? No, it's against the rules. That is it. See, that's the thing, is you guys are talking about like special abilities. I don't want in this like hypothetical for these abilities to be allowed, because that's just completely unfair. Pulled a first edition Rocket Zapdos from Gym Challenge. Heck yeah, dude. That's a sick card to pull. Getting graded as we speak. What about Machamp with 2 arms? Machamp is too short. I think it's only like 4 feet tall, 3 feet tall. How tall is Machamp? So 5 feet tall. Yeah, he's too short. He is too short. I'm sorry, guys. And I swear to God, I know none of you guys in the chat are 5 feet tall. So, don't play the... short. That's rude. No, none of you guys are that short. There's no way one of you guys in the chat that is a dude is 5 feet tall. If you're a woman, it's a little different. But still... Yo, Onyx, he can always just stand in the way. Oh my gosh. You guys are thinking about this too much. Onyx has no arms. Is that not how you spell Onyx? Is it with an I? How? Huh. 28 feet. Yeah, but how? Okay, you say it can just stand in the way. What am I gonna one ball everything over and just hope he gets the block? Like, you know, like, how am I gonna do that? Yeah, Wet War would just block the net. No, no crazy guys. Show Lord Narwhal. Short Kings rise up. How's work been? How's work been? Work's been not too shabby. It's been busy. I'm selling off everything I have Pokemon, and I have to do it within less than a month, so that'll be fun. Short kings rise up. Machamp is only 5 feet. Buff short dude? No, legit, he's only 5 feet. Machamp will be good assist though to set you up for a nice spike. Yeah, but they're not gonna set him. Yeah, if he was trying to set me, but they're gonna serve him every time because he's 5 feet tall. He'd have pretty nasty cut shots though. Could you imagine not predicting which of the 4 hands he's gonna use? That'd be pretty nasty. To progress the conversation, which trainer would be your volleyball partner? Which trainer would be my volleyball partner? Well, I already said it. I said, oh, which trainer would be my volleyball partner? God, who is the hottest babe? I wouldn't mind if Misty was my volleyball partner. Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing a little co-ed, you know what I'm saying? I think Kabuto would be the undisputed volleyball master. Snorlax would just reflect the ball back. Could you imagine? Snorlax would be such a terrible one. Galarian execute? I thought about that, but he's got no arms. Blaziken? How tall is Blaziken? Blaziken wouldn't be terrible. Blaziken would be a solid partner. My only problem is he's got claws again. The claws are just gonna pop the balls, bro. Buzzwole would be great at 7'10", but does Buzzwole have hands? Does Buzzwole have hands? Ooh, Buzzwole would be a good one, but his hand setting ability would be limited by his face. Because imagine him trying to hand set, he would have to hand set like this, and he wouldn't be able to like do it above his head because it would potentially pop it with his mouth. We could overcome that, but you know. Just in case the chat order messed up, any thoughts on my question about AR above with it being one wave so far as it expected to climb anytime soon? Oh, I guess I missed it. I apologize, Pika. Climb anytime soon? I don't know if I would say climb because we're in a recessionary period, but I could see it go slowly up over time. Like, I could see it by the end of this year hitting 120, 130. I think that's not unrealistic. You know, going up 20 to 30 bucks in, you know, 6 months, 5 months. Wouldn't you want your girlfriend as your partner? You know, I guess that is true, but my girlfriend is also not a trainer. So in this hypothetical question, I wouldn't be able to choose her. Who's your secret man crush? Secret man crush. For a while it was Ryan Gosling. I was a huge man crush on Ryan Gosling because I loved him in God, what movies did I specifically love him in? I loved him in Crazy Stupid Love. I loved Ryan Gosling in The Big Short. He was fine in The Notebook. I had a man crush on him for a while. And then I like Hemsworth. Huge fan of Chris Hemsworth. He's probably my current man crush. Make sure you tell your volleyball teammates we had a longer discussion on which Pokemon would be. Yeah, I'll have to let them know. People were just like, all right, let's have a really like serious discussion. Best volleyball partner. That would be a Pokemon. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I need to go to bed at appropriate times. I thought Eli had a man crush on Danny DeVito. Yeah, definitely not. Alright, now you guys are just memeing. Tentacruel, get out of here. Tentacruel needs to be in water. Come on. Come on. Have you got a place in Arizona yet? I do not. So I'm supposed to have a meeting sometime relatively soon here with my realtor. So I might actually end up cutting it short. We still got about 10 minutes left on the live, but I might cut it 5 minutes short just because I have a lot of things to do and I also haven't ate any food today. But I have an Airbnb that I'll be staying at for a week, and my plan is I'm going to talk to my realtor about places that I want to look at, because right now the biggest issue is they are requiring that you move in 2 weeks after you find your place and get approved, and my issue is it's like, okay, well, I want to have enough time to go actually check out the area and like move, like not feel rushed, you know? And so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to try and go through a list of homes with my realtor that I'm interested in renting. And then, you know, we drive on the 20th, get there on the 21st, because we're going to drive halfway and then the next day drive there. And so we'll have our Airbnb rented from the 21st to the 28th. So... and then we'll see from there, hopefully, and get everything all figured out. I just went through the whole Pokédex, John Boy. What is the? But yeah, the exact date you got to move by, yeah, it's the 20th. I heard Pokemon is doing McDonald's promotions. Pokemon does come across other franchises better for the hobby. I definitely would agree with that. Pokemon is, you know, having McDonald's do promos definitely helps. What is my favorite Neo set? That's an interesting one. That's an interesting question to ask. Scratch Neo Genesis, Scratch Neo Discovery. Probably not Neo Revelations. I kind of think that just leaves it with Neo Destiny. I don't know. It's not like I don't want to completely rule out Neo Revelations. It's not like, I don't know. It's just not my set, I guess. And don't get that as in like, oh, I hate the set by any means, but like... yeah, I'm lame. I gotta say Neo Destiny. I'm lame as frick. I'm so lame. I think the reason why I love Neo Destiny so much is not even just because it has a Shining Charizard. I could care less about that. I love the Dark Espeon. I love the Shining Tyranitar. I love the Shining Mewtwo. I love the Light Togetic. I love the Shining Celebi. I love the Light Dragonite, like Dark Feraligatr. I don't know. There's so much to love in this set. Do you play the Pokemon video games? I do. I haven't played in a while, but I'm currently playing Heart Gold Soul Silver, and I was able to RNG manipulate to have a secret trainer ID that, when paired with Cute Charm, gives me a 20% chance of encountering a shiny. I did it fully legit, which is kind of funny to hear that you did a glitch fully legit, but I did. So you can go find a tutorial online for it. So that's what I've been playing through is Heart Gold. Do you want Ash to stay for Gen 9 going forward or a new protagonist? I wouldn't mind having Ash continue. Will he beat Leon? I don't know. Probably. Leon's kind of a pushover, but... and progressively they've made Ash and Ash more stronger the more, you know, he continues on as a trainer. Alola Executor. If he had no arms and they serve him every time, how's he gonna pass? What about Hitmonlee? I think Hitmonlee's pretty short too. Do you know if those special delivery Charizard emails have started going out yet? I have no clue, man. Ryan Gosling drive elevator scene was epic. Yeah, I'm a fan of him, dude. But as far as it goes, guys, honestly, I think I'm gonna wrap it up a little bit early. And by a little bit early, I mean like 7 minutes. It's not that much, but I'm pretty hungry and I have a lot of things I need to get to do today. How would you rate your skill on TCGO? If you're talking about the online trading card game, I'm not too shabby at it. I'm definitely better than you, John Boy. I smoked you the other day. I'm not too bad at it. I'm really good at competitive deck building. I've always been good at that, specifically Hearthstone. So, huge. I'm like, if I really got into it, I could really get into it. Nah, man, chill. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta eat. I haven't ate any food today. So, and I just have a ton of work stuff to do. So, gotta talk to my realtor. I got an appointment with that. I've got coaching. I've got hundreds of cards I gotta package up. Hundreds of product I gotta list. So, I'll probably just end it short. So, I hate to end it 5 minutes short, but I am so hungry to the point of where I cannot think about anything other than food at this very moment. So, but as far as it goes, as always, make sure, guys, you leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Of course, as well, we post content Monday, Wednesday, Friday for you to like and comment on. But I had a fun time, guys. We were popping for a while there, and I love the discussion you guys have in regards to the questions about the Pokemon and volleyball characters. That's so funny. So, but appreciate you guys. Hope you had as much fun as I did. But yeah.